If you haven't yet stepped outside, there is quite a bit of frost around. Over the next few days, the weather though will remain fairly settled as high pressure's in charge. But as we head through Saturday night into Sunday, the wind's going to pick up. We'll have some heavy rain and quite stormy conditions. But first of all, let's look at today. We've got high pressure firmly in charge, so settled. There's some frost around, quite a widespread frost, and we've got some fog as well. Now, around this area of high pressure, the wind is moving in a clockwise direction and it's picking up moisture, so there's a bit more cloud across Northern Ireland and Scotland, so you don't have quite as cold a start. We've got fog currently around parts of the Midlands, the home counties, West London, for example. Most of that will lift. Some of it will be slow to clear, some of it lifting into low cloud. But a lot of dry weather, some hazy sunshine because there will be areas of cloud, and we've got some showers across the north and the west of Scotland, with temperatures more or less where they should be at this stage in February. Now, through this evening and overnight, we're more likely to see more fog issues, especially across England and Wales, than the night that has just gone. And you can see a bit more cloud coming in across the west. Where the cloud remains broken, it's going to be a cold night with some frost, the potential too for some freezing fog. So a couple of hazards to watch out for in the morning. Through the course of tomorrow, though, this high pressure edges a little bit further east, so the breeze will pick up on its western flank, and that will have the effect of where we've got the cloud coming in from the Atlantic, breaking it up in places, so we'll see a little bit more in the way of sunny spells. But the cloud will still be thick enough across the north and west of Scotland for some drizzle. Move into eastern areas and a lot of England and Wales, and we're looking at a fine day. Again, there'll be some hazy sunshine around with temperatures between about 6 and 9 degrees. Now, by the time we move from Thursday into Friday, there goes that high pressure off towards the near continent, opening the doors to more weather fronts and stronger winds coming our way. So we've got two weather fronts there. So we start off, possibly there'll be a little bit of frost around first thing locally, but there will be a lot of dry weather. But you'll notice the breeze will be more prevalent during the course of Friday. Then our first front comes in bringing some showers. Some of those will be wintry in the hills. And then the second one comes in later in the day. That will bring a band of heavier rain and strengthening winds. So the next sequence I'm going to show you is going to move through the next few days quite quickly. It's pressure charts. So there goes the front, bringing in the rain during the course of Thursday into Friday. And then behind it, look at the array of fronts that come in through the course of the weekend. Later on Saturday into Sundays when we're expecting heavy rain and the wind to really pick up. So as we go through the weekend, especially later on Saturday into Sunday, there's the risk of gales, heavy rain and also disruption. So stay tuned to the weather forecast. Danny.
Look at that.
Thank you, Lou. It's one of our library Weather Watchers pictures. But today, if you are out and about, for most of us, it is going to be dry. There'll be some hazy sunshine and less windy than it has been. But we're starting off on a cold note. So widespread frost, and we've also got some fog patches across parts of the Midlands, West London, the home counties, for example. Now, through the early hours, we've been watching cloud building out towards the west, especially across Northern Ireland and also northern and western Scotland. And here, we'll see a few showers as we go through the course of the day. The fog lifting slowly. Some of it will just lift into low cloud, and if that happens to you, it will suppress the temperature. But our temperatures more or less bang on today for this stage in February, and with lighter winds than we've had of late, it won't feel quite as cold. So this afternoon, it's the northeast of Scotland, seeing some brightness, some sunny spells coming through. In the west, we hang on to the cloud and some showers. A bit more cloud across western parts of Northern Ireland, brighter in the east, and a bit more cloud across northwest England, brighter in the northeast. And then as we come further south, if you've got the fog, well, it will be chilly, as I mentioned, but there'll be a lot of hazy sunshine around as well. Now, into the evening and overnight period, once again, we're looking at some fog forming, perhaps more extensively across England and Wales than the night just gone. It's also going to be a cold night. There'll be some local frost and local freezing fog patches as well. But just a heads up, as we head into the weekend, if you have any travel plans, it looks very much like we're going to see some gales, some stormy conditions and heavy rain, which could lead to some disruption. But I'll have more on that in about half an hour. Dan and Lou.
Carol, thank you.
Thanks, Lou. Yes, good morning, everybody. Lovely weather watchers picture in from Hampshire. A nice, quiet start to the day. And in fact, the next few days, we are looking at fairly quiet conditions until the weekend when the weather turns a bit wilder. Now, this morning, there's some frost, a widespread frost. We've also got some fog patches across parts of the Midlands, in through West London, East Anglia, that kind of area. A lot of that will slowly lift, but some of it will lift into low cloud. And where that happens, it will suppress the temperatures. For Northern Ireland and Northern and Western Scotland, you've got more cloud and also some showers. But for the rest of the UK, we are looking at some hazy sunshine through the day, with temperatures ranging from about 8 to 9 degrees. Now, through this evening and overnight, there's a higher chance of having more problematic fog than the night just gone, especially so across parts of England and also Wales. Now, the temperature is going to drop as well. There'll be some frost locally and also some freezing fog. So if you're travelling, do bear that in mind for tomorrow morning. Now, the high pressure that's in charge of our weather at the moment, tomorrow moves a little bit further east, so it'll be breezier out towards the west. So although we still will have a lot of cloud in western areas, with the breeze, we'll see a few more holes punched in that. So a few more bits of brightness or sunshine coming in across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, and just a bit of drizzle in the northwest from the thicker cloud. Tomorrow the fog will be slow to clear, and again it may just lift into low cloud, suppressing the temperatures. Temperatures, well, about 7 to 9 degrees. And then as we move from Thursday into Friday, watch how that high pressure drifts away towards the east of Europe. We have a weak weather front coming our way, producing showers, and then a more substantial weather front coming in with strengthening winds and heavier rain. So we start off on Friday with a little bit of frost around, a lot of dry weather, some sunshine. Then a first front comes in from the west, producing some showers. The second one comes in later in the day. That's going to bring in some heavier rain and stronger winds, and that will be a feature as we head into the weekend. So there it is there. This cold front moves across the UK during the course of Friday into Saturday. We've got a lull in proceedings, but Saturday night into Sunday, look at all the fronts coming our way and this spacing in the isobars. Things are going to turn wet and very windy. In fact, so much so that disruption is quite possible anywhere across the UK, with gales and heavy rain, and for some, quite stormy actually, Lou and Dan.